question. Determine reaction RB for propped cantilever beam AB shown in figure. Consider capital I as constant. Okay, consider capital I as constant. Now this is statically indeterminate beam, and uh, we were not in a position to solve this particular beam by using any theory which is previously available to us, either in the form of uh, strength of materials knowledge or engineering mechanics knowledge. Okay, so we have to apply now this strain energy concept. So in the beginning of the sessions, that is in the very first session, I have already explained you that we have to solve statically and kinematically indeterminate beams using different methods. Okay, using different methods. So this is one of the methods to solve statically indeterminate beam. Okay, so this is strain energy method. Now how to start with? We have this beam AB and external load 100 kilonewton is applied. So uh, total 6 meter span is there, and from support A load is at 4 meter, and from support B load is on 2 meter distance. Okay, this is we know. Now I shall assume that this point is C, where 100 kilonewton load is applied. Okay, and what is our aim? I have to find reaction RB. I have to find reaction RB. So what I will do, I will just divide the given beam in two parts. So if you see the table, there are two parts. One is BC part, another is CA part. B to C is support B up to 100 kilonewton load, and CA is 100 kilonewton to A, this part. So is this clear, friends? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I have taken origin as support B for both the parts. Then I value for both the parts is same, which is given data. Okay, I is constant. Now I want to calculate moment in both the parts separately. I have taken free body diagram for BC part, and now I am going to write down equation of moment for BC part. So how am I going to do? I am going to consider one section here which is at a distance x from origin. Okay, so this distance is x. I have considered right hand side of the section, and for this section now I am going to calculate movement because of external or internal load. Okay, so how much is that? RB into x. Okay, RB into x. Now this RB into x moment is anti-clockwise on right hand side of the section. So as per sign convention, anti-clockwise moment on right hand side section will be treated positive. Hence, I have written this value as positive, RB into x. Now I will continue in the same row. Now this is my total moment for this particular part. Okay, only this particular part. So what is my partial derivative of just 1 minute. There is some correction need to be made here. 1 minute, please.
Please bring momentum again.
Yes, please,
Moment.
please, please. I will just make that correction. Can you see the screen, friends? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm making some changes. Can you see those changes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have to differentiate this movement partially with respect to RB. Why RB? Why not RA? Because we want to find RB. Okay. So we are differentiating moment with respect to RB. Now, my partial derivative of RB into X with respect to RB is X. Please remember, do not write it as RB. We are differentiating with respect to RB, not with respect to X. So, my partial derivative is X. Okay. Now, next column is M into partial derivative of U with respect to RB. So this multiplication, that is column of M, and next column. So RBX into X is RBX square. Simple. Now, uh, why are we doing this? Where did this term come from? The last column. It is principle. Principle of least work. Okay. How did that come? I'll just tell you how. 1 minute, please. Our equation is m square dx upon 2ei. Okay, m square dx upon 2ei. So this is sorry, this is m square. Okay, this is dx divided by, I'm sorry, I'm not able to do appropriate. Please try to understand. M square dx upon 2ei. Okay, now this is our total strain energy. I have differentiated this total strain energy with respect to RB. Okay. So what will be my derivative? 2 times m dx. Okay. 2 m dx upon ei. 2 ei. Okay. So my 2 gets cancelled from numerator and denominator. M dx upon ei. So here is m into dx upon ei. This is the term. Okay. If you take partial derivative into, again chain rule we have to use because we have to differentiate m. Okay. So this is 2m into dx upon 2 ei. And what is derivative of m with respect to RB? This one, partial derivative u with respect to RB. Okay, so this is how the equation in the last term has come. Now why there is integral? Because we have to add this for all the parts. Okay, so this is only for BC part. Similarly, I have calculated for CA part also, and then I am going to take integration. It means I have to just add these two. Okay, this moment is only for section considered. However, my x value ranges from 0 meter to 2 meter. My origin was on B and it is extending up to 2 meter. So my BC length is 2 meter. So limits are 0 to 2. Similarly, how have I taken these values? Here again I have considered one section at a distance x for part CA. Okay, part CA. My origin is again from here. I have not changed the origin. Up to this I know this is 2 meter. So how much is this remaining distance? Total from support up to this section is x. So from this x I am going to subtract 2. So I will get this distance. This is x minus 2. Okay. This is x minus 2. So what is my moment of about this section? If you consider everything on right hand side of the section, it will be rb into x. So this is total distance x, rb into x. Okay, it is anti-clockwise moment, rb into x. So I will be treating this as positive because it is on right hand side of the section. Another moment is because of 100. So how much is the moment? 100 into x minus 2. Okay, 100 into x minus 2. This is distance x minus 2. It is clockwise movement, so I am going to treat this as negative because it is on right hand side of the section. Then partial derivative of moment with respect to rb. So here again x, rb is constant. Okay, 100 into x minus 2 is also constant. So my derivative is x. Okay, my derivative is x. So this is x. Then m into I think I need to change this also. Wait a minute, I'll change that. Here also we need to make m and not capital U. Here also m. Okay, can you see the screen now? Hello friends, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Have you understood
Yes,
this?
sir. Yes.
Have you understood?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now there is simple multiplication of fourth and fifth column, m and partial derivative of m. So that becomes rb into x square minus 100x square plus 200x. And I am going to substitute m and this value in the integration. Now limits, my CA length with respect to origin is at 2 meter. It is starting at 2 meter from origin and ending on 6 meter from B. Okay, 6 meter from B. So 2 to 6, 4 meter difference, which is length of CA. Now what I have to do? I have to add this together, the last column, and equate it to 0 as per the concept of minimum strain energy or principle of least work, or also known as Castigliano's second theorem. Okay, so last column terms I am going to solve, add them together and equate it to 0. So this is my first term here and this is my second term. I have equated to 0. If you can see, what will be next step? Simplify the integrations. Take 1 upon ei constant, which is outside the integral, and equate it to 0. So 1 upon ei is equal to 0. Okay. Now the remaining is this term and this lengthy term. Okay. Now simplify this. So rb is constant. Integration of x square dx is x cube upon 3. Okay. Here I have simplified. Plus again rb I have kept inside the bracket because it is not common. So rb into x cube upon 3, integration of this first term, minus 100 x cube upon 3 second term plus 200 x square by 2. So it is 100 x square. And its limits, upper limit and lower limit, I have substituted. 0 to 2 is for first term, 2 to 6 is for second term. Okay. Now I will again simplify this ahead. So 8 by 3 times RB plus 72 RB minus 7200 plus 3600 minus 8 by 3 times RB minus 400. So it is equal to 0. So 72 RB is equal to 3733.33. And lastly, I am going to get reaction at B as 51.85 kilonewton.